Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. I appreciate everybody for being here. We are on episode 21. We are 21 episodes in of Gamer Corner. Has it been, I guess there's been 21 weeks. I guess there's been more than that. Because I took off a couple weeks. But then I doubled up and tripled up some weeks. So, whatever. We're on episode 21. I have with me the amazing Don't Be Jealous. Let me make sure I got my hands going the right way.
Hello.
um, thank you for being here. Thank you for agreeing to be on Gamer Corner and subjecting yourself to all crazy questions that I may have. Welcome in, welcome Nate. Welcome in. I see Kat. I appreciate you for being here. Nova, thank you, thank you. Yes, you made it on time. We try to stream on time here. I try not to be late, but you know.
I'm late.
You were on time for your stream. Okay. If you say 8 and you're there at 8:15, you were on time for your stream. That's what time was.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You were just telling people to be there early.
Exactly.
And, warm up the crowd for them. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's all that is. Okay. So, let's get started. So, tell us a little bit about you. Where did the name come from? That's always like number one. Where did the name come from? And tell us a little bit about your content and like who you are.
Okay. So I'm Don't Be Jealous for short. I'll start with the name. When I first wanted to get into gaming, like online, I was seeing someone and they were kind of like, well, you can't let them know, like people know that you're a girl. And so they were like, you can't like game online with like a name that's like obviously like a girl's name. And so I said, oh, okay. And so they were like, well, like I said, but I really want my name like somewhere in my username because I just wanted that. And so he came up with Don't Be Jealous, which is half of my first name. So like the jealous part is like my first name is Angela. So we dropped the AN and added the jealous to give me Don't Be Jealous. And that's kind of how that came together. And I've used it on all platforms. And what's really great about it is that it's not taken. Knock on wood. It's not taken. So most of the time I can get it without having to, not her first name is Don't, please. I can get it without having to add numbers. I don't want to have to do that. So that's really cool. And then about myself, I am a content variety, start over. I'm a variety streamer. I do a lot of content creation in terms of events and productions. I absolutely love putting on like events and hosting them and things like that. But I also play games too. Usually they're indie games you probably never heard of. It's a little bit scary at times, and sometimes a little darker. But for the most part, I'm doing just chatting and I'm kind of doing hosting and events and talking and things like that because I'm a really good talker.
Yeah, definitely are. Welcome in, Towen. I appreciate you for being here. So, wait. I should have taken notes because you were like saying like a couple things. I was like, oh no, I want to jump on that. I want to jump on that. So, in terms of your production, let's talk about the amazing birthday stream.
Aw, thank you. I'm glad you liked it.
It was amazing. First of all, the video, the award video had me cracking up. Like, I don't know how many times I watched it. When they asked, like, how many times you watched it? Yes. Because I couldn't stop laughing at it. It was so adorable. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, no, I definitely enjoyed the birthday stream. It was so much fun being a part of that and seeing that.
So. Aw, I'm glad you came by. But yeah.
And then, yes, about not having a very obviously girly name. Have you encountered any foolishness when they figured out you were a girl?
Sometimes. Most people did think I went by the he pronouns when they saw my name in chat. And that happened when I first came on the Twitch too. I was called he until, and then at one point I was called he until I was on video once, and they were like, "What?" Like the streamer was like, "What is this?"
They're like,
So
hold on.
like yeah. But I think that was like the first streamer I like interacted with. They were like, "What?" I didn't know. I had no idea. But yeah, so I sometimes get it, but usually I don't because most people think that I go by the he pronouns. They don't
True.
bother me. Yeah, so they don't. It doesn't become a thing.
Yeah, no, I've definitely um like playing. Well, usually most of my names on most platforms is Professor White because obviously I'm a professor, and I've been in lobbies of like Call of Duty, and like I'll customize my gun, and then like for my scope it'll be like a little pink heart, and like people be like, well, who is this person with this pink heart shooting? I'm like, don't judge, okay? I'm like,
Right?
wait, there's a girl on the team. I'm like, okay, now it's time for me to go. And
I know, right? Now it's time to go.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then I
Yeah.
was like, all right, I'm leaving now. And then the guys actually switched to Spanish to talk about me, but I know enough about enough Spanish to understand what they're saying, so I replied in Spanish back to them. I was like, make sure I'm signed off first before you say something about
Wow.
me. So it's foolishness. That's all I
I
can
feel
say.
that.
As
I
we're
feel
in
that.
Women's Month, sometimes there's
Yes,
just foolishness.
absolutely.
So, what first got you into like streaming content creating? Like, I know you are very passionate about production. Like, what got you on this journey?
So it's a little bit of like I kind of found myself in it. So throughout the pandemic, like
Mm.
I generally liked, well, before the pandemic, I liked hosting things at like in person. Like I would like host events at like my apartment or, and things and put things together for friends and surprise parties. And like I was that kind of person who would plan things. And then, the pandemic happened and I was spending a lot of time on Twitch, watching, at the time, I was really invested in the Smash community,
Okay.
like the Smash Brothers and things like that. So then I like got to know a streamer. He still streams. He's EEV and he was like, like I'm gonna put together this like overcooked team because I need to win this overcooked money. And I was like, oh, I want to play. Like I love
Wait,
overcooked. I love
wait.
overcooked,
There was
right?
an overcooked tournament. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
it was like a Twitch. He's like a partner. So there was like a Twitch Rivals overcooked tournament and he was like tapped to like have a team of like overcooked, you know,
Sweats.
warriors. Yeah. And I was like, I want to do that. And so then I was like, and then like it came out that you had to be an affiliate in order to participate. And I was like, what's that? Like, what is that? And so then I was like, there's no way I'm gonna have like be able to get to an affiliate in time to sign up to play. And I ended up getting to affiliate, but like, and by the time I like turned around to like sign up, like he had missed the sign up deadline. But he's
Mm.
like, so it didn't happen because he
Yeah.
missed it. So
Oh.
I ended up just continuing with it because, like, it was during the pandemic and, like, okay, like, this is kind of fun. I can play games and people can watch me and I can interact with people. And then I kind of figured out why don't I bring some of the things that I used to do in my house to the platform? And some of that was like murder mysteries, and like just like hosting and events and things like that. So, like, bringing that imagination to like a virtual format. And that's kind of how I kind of got to where I'm doing now.
Oh. Okay. Half bag gaming coming through with the raid. I appreciate you.
What's
Thank
up, HB?
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's do a quick shout out. Thank you, welcome in everybody. Sydney. Okay, apparently HB is the correct title. Coffee Addict. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in, welcome in. Pull up to the classroom. We have in the front seat, we have Jealous, who's been telling us some very interesting stories of how she first started out and she was an Overcooked sweat. When's the last time you played
Please.
Overcooked?
A couple weeks ago on my friend Kay YDGN stream, and it was so much fun. It was so much. It was we played the all you can eat, which is like the cross plat one.
Yeah.
So much fun. I haven't had that much fun in a while, so it was awesome.
No. I like playing Overcooked. Overcooked tests relationships though.
It does, but like
Oh.
it's so much fun. Just like, why did you set me the kitchen on fire? What? Like, help.
Fun is an interesting way to describe it. Exactly. It is a wild thing.
So much fun.
Especially
so
if
much screaming.
Especially if I'm playing with my aunt and my mom.
Oh, your aunt and your mom play?
The fights, the yelling at each other. Because now it's like sibling drama. Like going back and forth. It's like, oh.
I love that. Like get everybody in. Like everybody's fighting over the virtual kitchen, you know?
Yes.
I love that.
And then it's like, why'd you put that out? That wasn't right. And did it like it just. Is it family bonding? Is it?
It is.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I think it's
Absolutely.
testing family bonds more like it. I think that's the proper way to say what it is. Because baby, but no, we have to play some Overcooked then.
Definitely.
Yeah, because
Definitely.
I have all you can eat, so I'm here
Let's
for
go.
it. I'm here for it. I don't know. I don't necessarily say I'm any good though, but I'll play.
I'm mediocre at best. So when I say good, I'm actually my whole like raid trailer is like very I'm not good at games. Because I usually like try and then like just like footsie my way through it. Like I did a GTA stream and it was just chaos. The whole thing was just chaos. I was screaming. Like I didn't want to shoot the person in the head. I wanted to shoot them in the foot, and then like I lost because I didn't kill them, and then it was just like this thing.
Yeah. And it's not Harlem Nights. You have to survive. Okay.
I was like, but like if I just like maim them, it'll be fine, you know? And like, nah, like it was chaos.
Not
yeah, and then I'm not built for the GTA, but it was fun. Like it was a fun thing. Yeah.
You know what? You tried it.
I did.
You experienced it, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. It's true. Very true. I got the experience and I got laughed at, but you know, it was just fun. Like, but yeah, usually games, platforming specifically gets me every time. I will die to a platform. I have quit games because there was too much platforming in them. So, yeah. I can't like jumping from one platform like it's just too much.
It's too much.
It's too much.
So then
it's too much. Like
how are you at Smash Brothers? Because there's times where you have to jump and save yourself.
I had to practice a lot to learn how to like double jump to like get back to the platform. Like it took a lot of practice, and even now I mash the crap out of those buttons. I'm just like like the whole time while I'm playing. Yeah, it's just like it's
the strategy
wild.
is not there.
No, I don't have any. I just like
I was hoping for you to lie. I was hoping for you to say, well, I make it look like it's chaos, but actually I have
no. Absolutely not.
Okay.
I start screaming too. Oh, yeah. Like it's about to die. Yeah. It's absolutely no.
So HP says that you are such a softie. Aww.
Yes. Yes. I am soft as cotton candy. Is what I always tell my chat. And cotton candy. Absolutely.
Pink cotton candy or like blue?
I was picturing pink. I just like when I think cotton candy, I actually just picture pink. I don't know if that's like the general.
Pink, but then at the same time, it's like the movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space. They put people in cotton candy and were like sucking out their blood with big straw.
What is this?
Yes, Killer Clowns from Outer Space that they're finally making a game for. Yeah, it's an '80s cult classic. You gotta.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you gotta watch that movie. It's
I might try the
absolutely
game.
yeah, yeah. There are. I'm like in the Discord. I'm like watching closely for whenever the beta comes out. Um, so hopefully it'll be this year.
That's cool.
Okay, you think blue cotton candy? I think of like the swirl, where like they mix it up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
cotton
Like a little
candy,
unicorn horn.
yeah, like it's so good.
It is.
Now I kind of want some cotton candy. But there's like no fairs or anything. I guess Six Flags is open now. Maybe. Do they have
They don't really
cotton
sell it in the store, which is really interesting because I feel
candy?
like
No.
people would eat a lot more cotton candy
Yeah.
if it was available.
Like they have it in like they have popcorn. They always have popcorn, but
Yeah.
like not so much. Hmm. As we all think about cotton candy. As we all have like this deep
Like
discussion on cotton candy.
cotton candy.
Oh my gosh! So you said you were used to host like murder mystery, like game nights and
hmm
stuff.
Yeah, so I used to like send people the scripts and I used to like everyone would pick their character. I'd send them the scripts would come with like outfit suggestions or they can put together their own outfits and then I would like make dinner or something themed or get food that was themed on the murder mystery. So if it was like a 1960s kind of like swinging murder mystery, then I had food that was more like like a Pops kind of diner kind of thing if you're anyone's fans of Archie or anything like that. Like I had like picnic tablecloths or something like that, and I reduced things to just kind of make it feel like we were actually like playing in that. So then like I originally was like, oh, I love doing that. Like I love doing those. People would come up, everyone was always dressed up, and we would eat and hang out and
Yeah.
like do the script. So it felt like I like started Googling. I was like, well, this feels like something that can easily be done online with videos. So I wonder if anyone's done that before.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hard to find, honestly. It's hard to find people who do things like that. Um, there's some like, and with the pandemic though, it's made it a lot easier to have that stuff exist. So like I was able to find a company that does it. And so they were able to, they have different scripts and different types and different genres and different like caveats and they're inclusive and things like that. So yeah, I was like, okay, perfect. So I brought everything that I would do in person and found its online counterpart.
So when are we doing our murder mystery party?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely have
Eventually?
plans to do some this year. So I definitely. And the thing is the kits are reusable usually. Some of them are, I will say that. One of them I have is reusable, so the murderer can change anytime.
Oh,
You just kind
good.
of pick who the murderer is. And then the other one is just like the same murderer every time. So
Yeah. Okay. I'm here for that. That sounds like so
yeah.
much fun. I wanted to have like a big like murder mystery um, dinner party for like one of my birthdays. I don't.
Oh,
I do plan on it, but then I also want to find like one of those murder mystery like hotel getaways or like the train
yes.
the
The
train rides.
trains.
Zakaya, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the classroom. I appreciate you. But I want to find like the murder mystery trains or the murder mystery hotel weekend. I think it'll be so much fun.
Yeah, I would love that. I would like I've always wanted to do one of the train ones where you like go from one location to another and you have to like solve it while you're on like the duration of the
Yes,
train.
right?
Like I've always wanted to do those, but there's like a lot of those, I'm East Coast, so a lot of those are like further like there ain't no trains out here.
Yeah, like
That,
they're
like
further or they're more
yeah,
like
like west.
north. They could be like more north.
Yeah. Not y'all murder. No, but please.
Y'all not murder me on a train. But if that's in the script, Nova, you have to embrace it, okay? We'll get quality blood. It won't be like too sticky.
So funny.
We could borrow yours. Whatever. Like you'll be fine. Now I used to host game nights as well.
Oh.
And we usually had like a food theme, so like it'll be like bacon is the theme, so whatever you brought had to have bacon in it. And I think we had like
Ah.
bacon brittle. That was actually really good. There was like a lot of like really cool things that people brought, but I haven't really hosted anything since It's kind of
Yeah, so
exciting.
like I that's really 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 neat. I love that. Like everyone has like a theme, but like that's really inventive. You know, everyone can bring something that you've never tried before, things that they're just trying out. So that's
Hmm.
really really cool.
Yeah, I just
Not
want
I'm a protect Noah. Kia, please.
Diesel. Hi. Okay, so well, we could murder two people if need be.
Wow, not two murders.
Okay.
Among Us. Is that like Among Us now?
Right?
It's Among Us, which I am terrible at, as you know.
Yes.
Absolutely horrific. Horrific.
We can. Oh, that would be cool. Like to have the murderer just kind of after a certain period of time, they keep running around killing people until you find them. I mean, I
Yes.
would love to play like real life Among Us. I think that would be hilarious. So
Only I think I would want to do that if I could like wear things. Like if I could like walk around in something really large. I don't know, like it sounds weird. But like, you know, like maybe like a big like inflatable like person and I'm just like
yeah, but
waddling
like I guess
like a
as long
like
as
a
your color, right?
yes.
I'm always pink. Are you wait? Are you always pink or what color are you?
I try. It doesn't work out for me. So I usually end up in whatever because I'm so bad at Among Us, I end up whatever's left.
Okay.
Um, so
Deody, welcome in. Diesel Shot, I see you. I appreciate you. Okay, so like we should do that. That would be so much fun.
yes.
I don't know where we would do.
I want like an inflatable like among like and then like I want like the visor and like I would be like the inflatable like maybe whatever color's left. Honestly. Inflatable orange, I guess.
No, you can have pink. I'll take purple.
Okay, okay,
I'll take purple, so that's fine.
okay, that works.
Not not you murdering in the Steve Universe mess.
Please.
Listen,
I'll have that underneath
as long as you
the
have
big
like,
inflatable.
if you're predominantly your color,
Yeah,
then you
that's
know
true.
whatever you want to wear.
Yeah.
So besides having a real life Among Us murder mystery streams, um, overcooked tournaments. Is there any content you would like to make in the future? I know we just kind of like went down a rabbit hole, but I love that.
Yes, I'm working. So I am working on possibly some murder mysteries this year, but I want to do a game show. So I'm working on a concept of like a game show with other streamers. So I'm working on like what that would look like, what kind of game would that be, and like who was gonna host it and things like that. And so that's kind of my
Ooh.
next thing because I kind of want to continue making events, but like, you know, murder mysteries are fun, but I also want to kind of give more variety into my events.
Mm.
So like I do have the Oscar thing, and then I wanted to bring something else in that was kind of fun and a similar so my general vibe on stream, and as you know, anyone who watches it would see, as I'm goofy. I'm really goofy, and like the things that I put on are also goofy. So like everything's usually really funny and hilarious, and so I want to capture that in everything that I do. So I want to, but I still want to have like the production value, and I still want to have like the level of like wow, this is really nice, but it's still kind of like, wow, and there it is. You know what I mean? Kind of goofy
Yeah.
vibe. So,
No.
yeah, that's the goal.
That'd be fun, especially like having
Yeah.
a game show. HB, you found some of the was it ice cream with the cotton candy in it? I think that's what the.
Not everybody's still stuck on cotton
Yeah,
candy.
we're gonna be stuck on that. I've still played that though. But yeah, right, Deody? Game shows would be really cool. That sounds so much. Oh my gosh, it sounds like so much fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, let me know, especially like depending on what the game show is.
definitely.
I
I
could
think it'll be
definitely,
fun
I could definitely like
to like,
crochet a prize for them.
oh, that'd be
Cause
awesome.
like you can't participate and not have some type of prize.
It's true. It's very true. It's very, very true. It would be cool to do something with like the whole staff too.
Oh
Like
yeah.
some kind of like big thing. Yeah. It'd be like all of it would be fun. You know, we can just do something fun.
I agree. We could have a big Among Us. That would be
Yeah.
that would be hilarious. Um, and what, Edem, Edie, Edie. We go Edie. Sorry.
Thank you for the hydrate.
Appreciate you.
Big. I saw you.
playing. Yes, it's Lady Kit, a simmer. Yes, I enjoy her greeting. Oh, you're gonna jump in. Okay.
I'm not doing all of the greetings, please.
What's good?
Are you gonna play the last? There's 3. No? Okay. Uh,
Well,
so, what is your first memory of gaming?
so I would say I've been gaming for a while. So I would have to say my first memory is really young. We were playing GoldenEye. So like
Ooh.
for my family was really into gaming. In terms of like, so my eldest brother is disabled. So gaming is like, although we would go outside and do things like that, gaming was a way that we could all play together.
Mhm.
So my parents would like be really invested in like Friday nights. We would order pizza and put us all in front of a 4-player game. So I grew up with like co-op as like the thing that I love to do. And the thing that I love to do. So I guess the oldest memory I would have would be playing GoldenEye, having pizza, and like hanging out with my siblings. And that was kind of what we did on like Friday nights and things like that. So
No, listen. Those Friday
the favorite.
nights with pizza. Ah. My brother
Yes.
my brother would always like for his wrestling team, they always sold the Pizza Hut Gold Card. So you buy one
Yes.
large pizza and get a medium pizza for free. Oh my gosh. Friday night, pizza night,
Yes.
game night. We weren't playing video games. We were playing board games.
Ah,
Um,
gotcha.
it was still called fights, so I guess it didn't really matter. That and
WWE,
WWE.
yes. Yes, I'm a big wrestling fan also because we used to also do that. Watch a lot of wrestling. So, together. So I'm a huge wrestling fan.
Favorite wrestler?
Right now, see it changes, is unfortunately. Kenny Omega
Mm-hmm.
would be my favorite wrestler because Kenny Omega does a really, really great. MJF is also really fantastic, mainly because of his mic skills. I love a really good promo. And so he just delivers. Delivers. So I kind of love that.
Yeah. Bad for life. I see you. I appreciate you for being
I also am a big
here.
Cody Rhodes fan. Okay, sorry. That was the last one. You said favorite, and I gave you like 3.
No,
but like still.
that happens. I know when I ask the question favorite, I always mean like top 5 because
Okay.
you can never commit to just like no, just one.
Right.
Some people can, but for the most part, they're like okay, so like here's my top 28, and I'm like all right, I
Yes.
understand.
Yes.
So what about little kid jealous? Who was her favorite?
The Rock, easy. Easy. Like I was the biggest Rock fan. I learned how to do the people's eyebrow. I can still do it. My parents took us to a show during to see him,
Mhm.
and like my parents were mortified. I think we were covered in beer by the end of the night from the people behind us, and my parents were like, "What is this?" But we got to see The Rock, and I was just like, "Yeah,
She coming out
yes,
with a beer.
yes." I was like, maybe like 8 or 9, covered in beer, covered in beer.
Oh my gosh. I was not ready for that. Oh my
Yeah.
I never even
It was the Attitude Era, and it was all about like, you
Oh,
you
yeah,
had,
like spitting the
yeah,
beer in the air and
yeah. You got your Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Yeah,
and
you had
you have all the, yeah.
that is true. Okay. I'm old, so like I'm like, the Undertaker, Jake the Snake era.
Ah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
Ultimate Warrior.
It was good.
All
Yeah.
all those old school. I'm a little older.
I picked it up in Attitude Era for sure, and I
Yeah.
think I stayed with it for a while, and then I kind of fell off, and then I came back, and like a lot of the stuff, there are new wrestlers introduced and things like that, but usually like they be doing the
It's
same
the same core.
stuff. Yeah, like and like the same people still doing the same stuff, you know. They might have rebranded, they might have got a new like character name, they might have dropped off like Bobby Roode, but now it's just like Rude or something like or something like they've figured something else out.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
yeah, it's like
No, that's very true. That's true. That's the thing about wrestling. You can always just pick it up. It's like
right.
it's it's a soap opera. You can
It
leave
is.
you can leave it for 10 years and come back, and a lot of the same characters are there. They might have switched up a little bit, but like for the most part, it's the same thing. It's a soap opera.
Yes, and now they've pulled the curtain back a lot.
Yeah.
So you never really know what's on screen or what's off screen, like in terms of like vibe. You don't know, like, do they like, and that's kind of cool too, because now you can kind of get an inside look of people's like lives and like how wrestling like actually exists in terms of writing and creative and things like that. So that's the stuff I'm really, really interested in now. But yeah,
Yeah. And
it's
like
I
I
love
know like
wrestling.
they're finally trying to acknowledge China after all this time. So like she was another one that was like from my era. Like I thought she was still awesome when she came
Yes. And there's so much background like to that between like her dating Triple H and like
in.
you know like all of this like storyline that like that's not really storyline, right? Because it's off script. It's like actual
But
life.
yeah, it's like it's life.
That like yeah, that like all happened, you know, in the behind the curtain that just comes out. And like one of my favorite shows is like The Dark Side of the Ring because it really tells like the darker elements of some of those stories.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so good. It's so good. So yeah, I really, really like that. Yeah, yeah, I'm a wrestling fan.
Listen, I'm here for it.
Oh,
I love wrestling though. Ooh. Okay. So, with that in mind, what is your funniest moment that happened while streaming or content creation?
I like I've had a lot. Um, it's hard because I've had a lot of really like mess moments. Um,
What?
like I guess like my first one was like I was like my first birthday stream. I was supposed to be singing karaoke and I like laughed through the entire song. Like and I just couldn't get it back. I just never got it back. And I just like the song's playing. I think it was Kiss from a Rose. And like the song is playing and I'm just laughing throughout the whole thing. And then like yeah, like it's just like and then I'm like rip and then someone puts voice mod on so it's like wobbly too. So it's like like at the same time that I'm laughing. And then there was like, you know, I don't know. I think I'm somebody who's super funny without like not doing it on purpose. I
Yeah.
think I'm just like and like I used to like hate it. I used to be like I can't ever get it together because I used to do goofy stuff in my real life, you know, like fall out of a chair during a meeting, like in the first ever meeting that you went to, and everyone just looks
No!
at you. Like I used to just do stuff like that, and I'd be like, why can I like, get it together? Like, what is wrong with me that I am just like
Why is your
mess?
who's the person
Yeah.
who is in charge of your sim character? Because they're not being nice to you.
Right? Like I would just do stuff like and like even the stories that I tell now, like I just be doing stuff like so I learned to lean in and that's made all the difference. So, but like for a point in my life when I was like trying to take myself really seriously, like in life, I was just like I was through with myself. I was like, why am I like this? Like all the time.
Mhm.
So
No, that's
yeah.
good that you like leaned into it and embraced it. Like,
Yeah.
that is
I was
who
like, you know what? I'm
are.
goofy. Yeah, I'm just a goofy person. I'm gonna do something goofy, and that's just the way it is. And people tend to like it. It's endearing. So
Yeah,
they're like,
'cause
when I
it's
say
real.
it too, yeah, like I'm just gonna do something real goofy.
Yeah,
So just accept that. Like,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So yeah, I did
that's
a
who you
lot.
are as a person. People
Yeah.
love it and respect it. So
Right. And it's genuine. Like it's like me. I'm that person who you
Mhm.
like, you know, thought that they saved someone in Among Us, but they really didn't.
what?
And then was like, oh, like, oh, I didn't. So yeah, I don't know. It's like I have like a brand of like humor that I think is funny and that I act in. And even when I watch my VODs back, I laugh at the same spots. So like, it's just like it all works. It all works together.
So here at Gamer Corner, we like to play a little icebreaker slash whatever game, and it's two truths and a lie.
Okay. I got mine ready.
You give us two truths and a lie, and me and the chat work together to figure out what is the lie. Last week, like I said, our dear friend Debbie Stacks gave us two lies and a truth. So, you know, the other people were like stumped and they couldn't get it together. And no matter what, always like, okay, well, that was obviously the lie because they just couldn't figure it out. So I look forward to your two truths and a lie.
Okay. I'll just say I'm really bad at two truths and a lie. But so I completely relate to Debbie. Okay? Completely relate. But okay, I'll tell them. Number one, I used to be a cheerleader. Number two, I'm really gifted in math. And number three, I majored in politics.
Chat, you can totally weigh in. Used to be a cheerleader, really great at math, and you majored in politics. I'm going to say, see, I can see you being a poli-sci major. I totally can see that. And I can see you being a cheerleader. I can see that as well. You have such a great personality. I can see the energy.
Nice.
Okay, so HB is going with the cheerleader being the lie.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna go with the math as the lie.
Okay.
Anybody else? If you guys want to chime in, we got first one is cheerleader, second one is good at math, and third one is poli-sci major. Okay. Bad for life and bad. And then?
I always call him in.
Okay.
Yeah.
It says math. Yeah, right? I'm going with math.
Okay. Do y'all want the answer?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes, math is the lie. I am not gifted at math.
Yes. I'm feeling pretty good at these.
I'm actually horrible at math. That's why it's funny to me. I'm horrible at math. Yeah. No. But yeah, I used to be a cheerleader. I did major in politics. Poli-sci. Yeah, I knew you knew.
Oh,
yeah, you already knew. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I knew you knew. I always talk about how horrible I am at math. So this is so bad.
Listen. You can't be awesome at everything, okay, Jealous?
It's true. It's very true.
Hey, Jay. Welcome in. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the follow, Emin. I appreciate you. How long were you a cheerleader? Like, did you do it in college as well, or just?
I did it in my youth. It was probably one of the first things I ever signed up. My parents would sign me up for, and I did that for a while. I ended up in like high school. I did marching band and color guard. So, but when I was younger, I did cheerleading. Did it for a while, maybe all through to 6th grade or something like that.
Okay, yeah, I was always a choir kid. That was my thing. I was a choir kid, and I wanted to do it in college too, but I knew it was going to take up so much of my time, and I didn't want it to affect what classes I could take. I was like, no. I'm like, I gotta let you go, choir.
I feel that actually. Yeah. I go with band in college for a similar reason, but I went to the first rehearsal and the director kind of called everybody up and then started playing, and everyone started playing something, and I didn't know what it was, and no, and like I guess some of the other freshmen did either, and I hated that experience, and so I was like,
Oh,
I'm never coming back
that yeah. Like, why
ever.
would they do that to you
Yeah,
guys?
I don't know, maybe it was like some sort of like initiation into band, but like I was just like,
Oh,
no. Because I was like, was there like a practice before I got here? Like, what happened? And it was kind of like, ha ha ha. And I was like, no, ha ha ha.
that's not a
I,
good
you know,
thing. Ew.
yeah, ew.
Ew.
I
That's
thought so
really
too. I was like,
jerky. Ew.
why would you do it to your freshmen? Like, forget that. Mm-mm.
They're always so mean to freshmen.
Yeah. Psh, I will not come back. This is optional.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know, right? Like, I don't have to do this.
Right?
This is not my degree. Like, come on.
Yes. And it was like, practice was at like 6:30 p.m. So like after you eat, you go to like practice, and he was doing that. I was like, nah, I could be watching TV. Like what? Like no,
No.
absolutely not.
Or playing video games.
Yeah, or playing video games. I used to watch a lot of anime in college, so I could just be watching that, you know? But yeah,
Ooh. Kind of anime.
I was really, 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 really into Bleach. I used to watch it. I think it came out like every Tuesday or something like that, and I was I like sat and I would just binge until like, and then I would stop and then I would binge and then I would just keep doing that. So I was really, really into Bleach because it was a good show until it like something happened with the fillers and they lost themselves, and that happens.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Jay said Bleach is fire.
Yes.
And, I want to get back into watching anime, but how my ADHD is set up, I can't do it. And I can't do
feel
it. I
that.
can't do English dub. I refuse.
Yes,
Like,
subbed only.
sub, right? But I can't watch it and read. Because I'm like reading
Yeah.
a book, I'm watching YouTube, I'm doing three things at once.
Oh, got
Like
it.
there's no, I'm never watching TV. Like
Right.
you're doing like you're watching TV and grading a paper, and the TV's just on, and I'm like, oh okay, that's what's going on.
Yeah,
So
I feel that.
otherwise,
You gotta focus a lot, you know, you gotta be attentive and like read it and then know what's going on
Yeah, no
and
doubt.
things like that.
I,
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do it. Well, I can't do it. So, 1,000 Year Blood War on Hulu.
Is that the new Bleach? The one that came out like last year, I guess? The rebirth of Bleach?
Yes.
Yep, okay.
Oh, okay. Huh. I know. I need to get my life. Get my life. I don't know. I figured I'll watch anime in heaven. That'll be my time. Oh, I mean, I hope I can have alcohol, so I'll be drinking. While watching anime. I don't know. Maybe you should. Are you allowed vices in heaven? What do you think? Are we allowed? Are we?
I don't know.
What do you guys think? Are we allowed vices in heaven? Because I want to drink and watch anime, and like I don't have to work. I don't have to do other stuff. I'll still be watching YouTube at the same time. I wouldn't be any better.
Anime is so good too. My favorite right now is Black Clover, for sure. And it's on a hiatus, but when it comes back, it's gonna be so good.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure wine is okay. Jesus turned water into wine.
But I don't like.
Everybody
wine.
always says. You don't like wine?
I don't like wine. No, not really.
Oh. But I feel that.
But I'll drink like Moscato, and I know people judge Moscato.
Yeah, I feel that too.
But
I enjoy wine. Yeah.
But apparently, the reason why a lot of people like Moscato is because we're used to having foods that are like very rich in seasoning, and the sweet wine goes well with the rich foods that we
Definitely
eat. And that's why I was like, oh, well now I don't feel so bad.
Yeah, definitely.
And if I decide to go fancier, I'll have a Riesling. Thank you very much.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I love the way that wine can transform a palette depending on whatever you're eating.
Yeah.
And if you do like a really cool pairing together, you can really like it's always amazing. Like I had like a port and chocolate tasting, and the way that like
Mm.
the wine changed the flavor of the chocolate, blown away,
Yeah.
absolutely blown away.
See,
So yeah,
I'll go wine tasting. You know, I'm in Jersey. There's wineries everywhere, so I
I love a good winery.
I go wine tasting. Like I don't necessarily love all of it, but I'm like sure. I'm here for the vibe. They usually have
Yeah.
good little snacks to go with the wine. I'm here for it.
And sometimes like a really nice view, like it's
Yeah.
like the grapes or something or the vineyard and
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. So, what are you currently playing? Are you playing anything right now? Like, what's going on? What's in the console? What's on the Steam?
So the one thing I'm always playing, and I need to get back to it, and I'm sure you know this too, is Splatoon. I absolutely love
Yeah.
Splatoon. I'm splatting all the time. I go on other people's channels and I splat. I do it by myself. Like I be out there splatting and on everybody, in terms of Splatoon. So
Mhm.
that's kind of the game that's always in there. I haven't found any games recently that like I have like so I from terms of what I game on Switch, and I game on PC. But I haven't really found anything on really Steam that I definitely want to play right now.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just like, okay, Splat it is. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, like every so I haven't actually played anything else. I was looking originally I was playing, I started playing replaying Little Nightmares 2 again.
Mhm.
But honestly, like it's it's my favorite series, but like nothing hits like the first time. Um but yeah, I like watching other people play it, but for the most part, I think I'm just splatting.
Yeah. What are they gonna make a Little Nightmares 3? Have we heard any
Yes.
whisperings?
Yes, I heard
Oh.
that they were. So
Okay.
I'm waiting on that. You never know with games, but I'm hopeful.
Yeah. See, like, I have no problem. I will email a developer. Like, I'll go and I'll search. If I see like a game, I'm like, oh, this actually looks really good, but it's kind of been abandoned for 2 years and there's been no updates. Email
I
the
love
developer.
that.
Find who what it is. Like, go deep dive because sometimes you gotta dig it out.
Yes,
Find a contact email.
I love
And I'm
that.
like, and FYI, I also have a lot of streaming contacts who would also stream this game for you when you are ready to go to demo. Please keep me in mind.
Yes.
And there you go. Jay
I love that.
Blaze. Yes, listen. Jay Blaze, welcome in, welcome in. Music, I see you. I appreciate you. Yes, everybody in the chat, know your worth. If you go after the game, the worst that they can do is say no or ignore your email.
It's very true.
But other times
Very,
they
very, very
keep
true.
you, do keep you in mind for future stuff. So
But yeah, but for the most part, I mean, like lately I've been leaning into my just chatting bag. I don't think I've played a game since Splatoon for a while. So I think I've been playing a lot of games offline for the most part. But yeah,
oh, I know. I played Splatoon like once. I need to get back into it because I put everything on my Best Buy credit card, and then I take those Best Buy points and I buy all my games.
that's how you do it. That's how you
So
do
it's
it.
like, oh, I have a trip coming up. Put it all on the credit card. Pay the credit card right off, and then you get like $100 in Best Buy money, and then you're like, okay, I'll take this game. I need a new controller. I need a new this. I can put this towards a headset. People, come on.
I love that.
Make your
I
money
love
work
that.
for you.
Make it work for you.
Yeah, because otherwise
Okay.
you're gonna spend the money.
Otherwise, you're working
anyway.
for it. Yeah. You're working for it. It's either working for you or you're working for it. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
No, I do need to get back on Splatoon. That was one of the games I bought with the Best Buy money. But I like Splatoon. I've always liked Splatoon. It's such a fun game,
It's so fun.
especially if I'm pink. The paint.
The paint.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it was Majestic Madness. I was playing with Majestic and Majestic was like, they should make nail polish colors off of these Splatoon colors. Like you
Yes.
should be able to get like the nail polish Splatoon pink or
That
the
teal, that
blue, the teal. Yeah,
oh,
that pretty like that's my favorite color. I love that color.
that color is beautiful.
Yeah, when it covers everything. Yeah. There's also a really good like bluish purple, like it's really dark, and I'm like, yeah, it's like very like
They should.
it's
Cause I
giving
mean,
like
they had like Hello Kitty
yes.
and whoever like SE or OPI or whatever um collab. So why can't we have a Nintendo? Send out that tweet. We can tweet it out and get it moving. Listen, I'm always for that. I will tweet
Yes.
something so quick. Send out that tweet. We'll all work together. Because I'll definitely
That'd be
rock
so
it. Especially
pretty.
that.
That'd be
Especially
so
the pink.
nice. Yeah, it'd be so that would be so pretty and nice.
Like, come on. ColourPop always has like their eyeshadow
Yes.
collabs.
That would be a really nice one too.
Look at
There's just
all
money
these.
left on the table.
Look at all these ideas. All these ideas.
Yes.
We need to be behind them somewhere, getting paid for this.
True. Very true.
Shoot. Is
Very
there
true.
anything coming out soon that you're looking forward to? 'Cause I know, like,
Um,
mm,
I kind of really into events right now, but like in terms of gaming, I would say no. I don't really, I guess I'm the person who will like fumble through like indie games and kind of like this looks good and then like try it. So for the most part, I'm not really super excited about anything because well, I've been spending time watching like the wholesome directs. Oh wait. Thirsty Suitors looked really good.
yes,
And that is supposed to come out soon. That was
yes.
the one.
Did you play the demo?
No, I didn't.
The demo was really good.
Oh, I should
And
check
that's
that
another thing I
out.
have like saved in like my Steam or whatever. But like, I might need to go harass the developer. Like, hey, where are we at
Yeah.
on this? Because I think it still says coming soon. I don't think it has a date. I think it still says coming soon, and I don't like that. I don't like when Steam just says coming soon.
Like, yeah, if it comes. Like, if Little Nightmare 3 comes out, but I haven't even seen a trailer for it. So, like, I'm kind of like, I don't know, but like, I know that I've seen Thirsty Suitors like at more than one direct or showcase.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so that's definitely gonna, something's happening there. Whereas Little Nightmares, I have to like dig in the corners of the internet to find. Oh yeah, they talked about it like 3 years ago or like
Mhm.
2 years ago. So it's like, so it's kind of like I'll once I see a trailer for it, or like even a teaser, that'll be it.
Yeah.
But until then, I'm just like, yo.
I know we
But
say
also,
this as like a trailer gets dropped like tonight.
yes, right. When did that happen? Like today. Another game that I like. It's a scary game. It's called Andy's Apple Farm, and it's really
Ooh,
good.
I've never heard of that.
Um, it's like done in an old school format, and it kind of gives this like scary story, but it's like behind like wholesome characters, and it's like a It doesn't really make any sense when you're playing it, but like the lore behind it is so good. They're releasing it by chapters. So the first chapter is already out, and I've been waiting on the second chapter for a really long time. And like there's somebody on Twitter right now who eats an apple a day for every day the next chapter doesn't come out. And they tag the developer, and then like they're
Every
like
day.
eating an apple. Yeah, it shows them eating an apple every single day, and
I
they
love
count how
it.
many days it's been. It's been over a year, and they're just sitting there eating an apple. Like, all right, this is day number 300 and something something, and eating an apple, waiting for Andy's
See,
apple farm to come out, and they just bite into the
that's
apple and eat
awesome
it.
because first of all, it's content creation for them, and it's
Yes,
like tagging the developer, and it's like, hello, I'm here. That is something I would do.
yes. It is such dedication, and it's so many apples. Like in the end of the day, like oh my gosh, so many apples. There was like the developer retweets like likes the tweets too. Developer like quote tweeted them once and was like, "I feel so horrible. You've eaten so many But yeah, so I'm riding that wave too to see if, look, if you're getting pressure in the form of apples, like you need to release this chapter.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
EMP, I see you. I appreciate you. Are they eating like Macintosh, like cheap apples, or are they eating like pink ladies that are like more
It
expensive?
looks nice. They has the crunch.
Yeah.
So like the person like and it's like ooh, like it makes you want an apple watching them eat it. But yeah, it's like it looks like they look like unbruised quality apples.
See. Do you have like the apple slicer thing? Where you like
I have I don't. I have like a decorer and
yeah.
I'll core out the apple and then I will slice it like an around
Yeah.
after doing that. But yeah.
Nah, I like the you just go and it decores it and it's all perfect little slices.
I'll sometimes like to slice them really thin. And so I'll do like some kind of like thing with that. So like
Yeah. Cause then
yeah, like roll it into something or make
like
it cute.
sprinkling like cinnamon on it and then like warming it up so you get like
Ooh.
an apple pie without adding any sugar to it.
I love that. And like maybe a little bit of oats sometimes, like just like a little couple of oats on
A
top
little
of it.
granola or something to like
Yeah.
crunch.
Yes, definitely,
Yep,
definitely.
yep. See,
But
that was
yeah.
something that you would see on the gram as a recipe.
Right? Right? I love making applesauce out of my apples that are gone a little too far. So I do a lot of that too. But yeah, no, I'd be like on there with the recipes of the restaurants or, there's this like place in Texas that makes these cinnamon rolls and I want one so bad. And they just be making like, that's all I would sit and watch.
Like,
And they just make cinnamon rolls.
I
Oh,
swear, are
like
we the same person? Because I would just be sitting there watching cinnamon rolls being made all the time.
yes. And I'm just like, wow.
And I
And they'll
know,
be
like,
like,
and I know the chef, and I'm like, I
yes.
want you to make cinnamon rolls for me.
They like have different flavors. They have like cookies and cream and they like do the cookie on top and then they have like a banana pudding or they have like all kinds of these different flavors like a caramel and like they have like a pumpkin and they like break it apart. They go
See, that sounds amazing.
and it's like fluffy and gooey a little bit like but
Yes.
it's like yeah. Yeah, I watch too many food videos. That's what I do on Instagram.
Listen, I'm here for it though.
Okay, that's what I'm doing on Instagram.
No, no, there is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. So I know you talked about like a lot of indie games and I'm sorry, or an Arby's breakfast sandwich.
Absolutely not,
Biscuit
Aretics.
sandwich.
Absolutely not. That was bait. And I've been baited. Okay.
Where?
Absolutely not.
How did we go wrong? How did we get here?
Arby's is horrible food.
Arby's
If you love Arby's, I'm sorry.
is a front for the mob.
Okay? You hear that, Towen? Towen, did you hear that? It's a front for the mob.
It's the same thing as like Mattress Giant. That's a front for the mob.
Okay?
too. Like let's be honest, okay?
Absolutely disgusting.
The burger.
No,
was
it
good.
no. Mm-mm.
Mm,
Wrap that up.
was it? Are you sure they didn't slip something in your burger and made you think it was good? Or maybe you weren't even there and you just thought you were.
Absolutely not, Tell. Mm-mm. No. Nope.
No.
It was bait.
Just had a delicious meal from Arby's. I feel
I
like now you guys are so.
Please, what delicious meal from Arby's? Not mods delete that. No, someone screen cap that and post that on Twitter.
Exactly. How do we get here?
Please.
Oh my gosh. That's just, you know what? Music, I can't stand you. I can't stand you. Alright, so. Question.
Okay.
If you could design your own game, what would it look like? Because I know we talked about indie games and me stalking and harassing developers. So, what game would I be stalking and harassing you about?
So like I really love the reason I love Little Nightmares and like and for a while when I first started streaming, I was streaming a lot of scary games is because the storytelling in scary games is like the top of the line. You like a lot of other games will lean on gameplay
Mm-hmm.
to carry a game, but like horror games or scary games tend to give you both, right? They give you because they're trying to sell an experience. And there's something about that that I really, really love. So I would say like I like Little Nightmares for that reason because like the whole game is an ambiance feeling from the music to like the gameplay to the storyline. It like touches all of your emotions and your and the vibes and you might scream and you might feel run, you might feel like, oh, I don't know about this, and you almost do the some of the same things that the characters do. And I think that that's so cool. So I guess a game I would have to be a game like that where it was like the story was heavily dated, but also like between the atmosphere and the gameplay that it all kind of comes together as one big cohesive experience. I have like a really big thing for productions because I like doing productions. I like watching things that are produced really well. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that scary games do that really well.
No, I do. I do enjoy scary games, but sometimes, who's I talking to about this? Sometimes scary games scare me enough that I'll put the game down and never play it again. I'll be like, you know what? Hmm. On that note, I'm good. You know what? You
Yes.
good? I'm good. We all good. All right. Have a nice day.
No,
Cause
absolutely. But like for a minute you forget it's a game.
you
And
do.
that's the part that like
You do.
I'm obsessed with. Is the idea of and like that's kind of why I like it so much is because they've submerged you so much um in something that you're actually playing that you've lost track of what it is. And that's what they wanted you to do. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So like granted I can't do things that are super scary, like oh my goodness. Like jump scares are not something I love.
Yeah.
And I don't like it when they're overdone because that takes away from the story or like if it doesn't make sense in the game, then it's a problem for me. So like it's like, oh, I just want to jump scare because I just want people to just jump all the time. Like, okay, that's kind of excessive.
Yeah.
So because of that, I'm not like a super duper fans of like Five Nights at Freddy's, um, and things like that because I feel like the lore is really good, but you don't get the lore from the game. You have to like Google stuff afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
and the game is mostly just like a jump scare. Like, okay,
Yeah.
okay, you know what I mean? Like versus it like Little Nightmares or kind of games like that where even like a Resident Evil, there's a story. And you're following the story and you're like, oh no, what's gonna happen next? Like kind of vibe, but and also you're getting scared too, right? So it's like both. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like I like that where something touches all of those elements.
Are you gonna play the new Outlast?
Absolutely not. But I'll probably watch somebody play it. I'll probably watch somebody play it, but absolutely not. There's like I tried playing. So I was playing Nova Red Soul, got me to play in the back rooms with them, and
Oh, okay.
I spent the entire time in the locker, and then I like screamed at one point and left my computer chair, and like there's just like I was just like chaotic. It
Mm-hmm.
was very chaotic. I had to splat afterwards to release the spirits from my computer. Um, but yeah, no, I like the stories and things like that, but like playing them, like, oh my god. But I like it. Little Nightmares is cute enough, but like a
That's
little
true.
bit scary that
There's
I can do that. Yeah, but like when it gets too scary, like okay, y'all are producing this, but like too much for me. So like yeah, I'll usually watch somebody play those games because it's easier to watch somebody else get scared than it is for me to get
yeah.
scared.
So
So
Reed88 says The Walking Dead on the Oculus scared the hell out of him.
that's bold to play it on an Oculus,
There's
number one.
there's no way.
Like
There's no way.
That is so bold.
Mind you, there's again, TikTok gets me every time. There was a little video of like you can do like this zombie mansion in VR, and it was like
Yeah, no.
somewhere near
Mm-mm.
me. So I was like, oh, that's so much fun. So like I signed me and my friends up. We're going in May, and I guess there's like it's like a horror thing in VR, and you have different types of guns, and you're gonna be shooting the zombie horde that's coming at you.
I hope it's not too scary because from the way I would break their equipment
Yeah, so I'm like,
and then like all of a sudden be on the hook for a lot of money, like I'd be like,
or
oh,
run into a wall. You gotta worry about like
yeah,
running and then like.
not run into a wall, just hit the wall, and break their equipment because you have
And
the
break
thing on
their
your
equipment,
eyes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was more worried about me being injured than breaking their equipment. I'm like,
For
put
me,
me
it's
on
like,
a payment
okay,
plan. We'll work it out. But
not the payment plan. Pay for your medical expenses and the VR equipment,
yes,
please.
yes.
It'd be a lot. Like, please.
Listen, So with that in mind, what are your thoughts on the gaming industry? Like currently, how do you see it in like 10 years from now?
So, if I'm being honest, the gaming industry right now is a little bit of annoying. Every season, it's a different theme, and all the games are made in the same theme, and that continues to occur. Like maybe like a year ago, it was battle royales. Everybody and their mother had a battle royale. It's like, okay, all right, I'm tired of battle royales. And so for me, it's the idea, and also like, so there's that, and also like remakes. Everybody's really obsessed with remakes right now. How can I remake an old game? Nobody's coming up, or no one's, or the backing isn't. I'll say there's no financial backing for unique and new concepts and new IPs. And that I hate because nothing can continue to grow or nothing can be born of it if no one's giving the financial backing to new ideas and new concepts and innovation and things like that. So it's almost like you can tell that like only big, companies only want to invest in things that are safe, which is like IPs that they've already made money on. And so it's very, very frustrating to be a gamer in an industry where everyone's obsessed with the bottom line and not because you could get the bottom line, but like there is a slight level of risk in investing in a new IP. So I think that people are very risk averse right now, and it's very frustrating as a gamer to be a part of an industry like that. Personally,
Yeah, that's true. Oh my gosh, it's so true. Those remakes. I just got another email about something. I don't know, some Final Fantasy VII, something that they redid of that same little bit of the remake. They haven't even done part 2 of the Final Fantasy remake. Like, are you serious? Stop remaking the remake of the remake and do the next part of it.
Right? Like just like try, try something new, please. Make us have an original story and continue it instead of being like, okay, no, let's just remake something we already know that people like. Like, no, because that eventually that's going to be the end of games.
That's true.
Because like you can't like how many remakes are you going to remake of the remake of the remakes and then of the remakes and the remakes and the remakes before it's like, all right, everybody quits gaming, right? Like now I'm either going to play the old games and that's it. People are going to stop buying games because people aren't going to want to buy the remake of the remake of the remake of the remake of the remake if they already have the original that they love so much. Because like, what do the remakes do? Upgrade your graphics?
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Like, please.
Can we do something more?
Can we do something new? Yeah, like that's just like that's how I feel. Like if Nintendo has put half as much effort they put into Mario into Splatoon, it would be a very different experience because Splatoon's a new concept. You know what I mean? Whereas like Mario is an established, franchised IP character that people already love.
Yes.
So Yeah.
Yeah, Mario
Maybe.
Kart, Mario
Yeah, yeah.
Party, Mario World.
Mario World that just opened. Yeah, and like they're putting like the two theme parks. Like but like Splatoon can't even get their service together. And it's not because Splatoon doesn't like want to. It's because usually it's funding. You know? It's all funding. It's all money. Everything behind everything is money.
Money. It is. No, it's
So
very true. And if they don't invest in it, it won't grow.
right,
And
exactly.
and then it fails, and they're like, "Well, look, it failed." Well, you didn't invest in
Exactly.
it, did you?
Yes, absolutely. And that happens a lot with and even new IPs, especially with like I think it was like the Dishonored series. I think was what it's called.
Yeah.
Whatever one that just came out, yeah, and everyone was like, "Oh, like it's not." People were like, "It's not a like this isn't great and this isn't great," and then like see it failed, and it's like you know what I mean? Like first of all, I don't think it was a bad game at all, but like also like it's investment.
Mm-hmm.
Things prosper when you invest in them, and if you don't invest in them, they generally don't meet expectations because you didn't put the time and effort for them to do so. Um,
Exactly.
so that's kind of how I feel about it. So yeah, I guess that's the long-winded. I'll get off my soapbox.
No, no.
That's a long-winded answer.
So, 10 years from now, where do you see it? Do you see us like improving, or do you see us still in this remake, remaster?
I'll
Uh,
say I believe in like hope. So I believe in like studios funding their own games.
yeah.
I think people are going to start crowdfunding games. I think people are going to find a way to work around these huge behemoths of companies to get their games out. But I think people are going to start looking for those avenues once people get tired of the same old, same old. So I think I'm hoping in 10 years, people like in that time frame, people are going to get fed up and then start blowing up other finding other ways to financially back games that don't have to go through behemoths, and also little studios may not allow themselves to be purchased by these big behemoths because it will result in the death of their studio. We've seen that happen over and over and over again, especially with EA buying up many studios and then killing off the studio.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think there'll be a lot more pushback. Also, that's just a hope. I feel like it's right for a revolution, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. No, Kenny Cop Show says once the attention span goes beyond battle royale, drop loot, die, respawn. Like, I hope so. I have no problem with funding a Kickstarter. Like, listen, okay, what do I get if I invest? Sure, I have no problem with the full investment in a game if that's sucks that that's what we have to do with the result too. Like, come on. But I also was very proud that my Sons of the Forest broke the Steam store for the day. It's like, yes, my little indie game people, we broke the store, and you couldn't purchase, you couldn't do anything. The game was just Steam was just down for hours. So it's like, we need more of that. We do.
Exactly. And like even with like the games with full stories, because studios are rushing development of games and like, oh, just put it out now. We need a game out now, and like games aren't finished, and that's why we're getting all these half-finished games is because of money. People are trying to get money all the time, and like they're rushing through things, and then wonder why they don't sell or why they're broken, and it's frustrating. I can't even imagine being a game developer under pressure like that, and then also being blamed when it's not good. Like it's just
Exactly. It's like you set them up and then wonder
yes,
why.
yes.
That's
But
what.
like once upon a time, Destiny 2 didn't have their story together. Not Destiny 2, Destiny, like the original like Destiny. And where people roasted Destiny for not having a real story for like the first maybe year or so of Destiny. I remember being like all you do is like, oh, it's too much grinding, and gear is too hard to get, and like, yeah, it's launch Destiny 2 was the phase, yeah, and it was just like either Destiny or Destiny 2, and it was just like horrific. They did recover, absolutely did recover, and they figured it out, and they went back to the drawing board, and they spent more time on it. They kind of put out little by little with Destiny, I feel like, releasing more DLC and more, a little bit more and a little bit more
Hmm.
until they got like a really interesting storyline. I have to say I did fall off after, spoiler alert, this is spoiler alert, after Cade died because I was sad. I don't think I recovered from that. Like, yeah, I don't think I recovered from that. That had me in a space.
Listen, I understand that. You know,
You love your characters, you know?
you
Yeah,
invest,
you love your characters.
and you're like, you know what? No, no, I'm done. You broke my heart. I'm done.
Yes. Yes. It was really sad.
Oh, rest
But yeah.
in peace. So, all right, you ready for the hard question now?
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh wait, he says the voice actor for Isabella died last week.
No! Really?
Everyone honored him in the tower. Apparently,
Oh, it's so sad. I'm glad everybody honored.
all the Titans took a knee. Oh,
Oh, that's so special. I'm a
yeah.
warlock man, but that's so special. I love that. And not everybody. Oh, I love that.
Oh, that's so cool that everybody came together like that. That's really cool. That's like a good. That's a really good community. Team Warlock here.
Gang, gang. Okay, gang, gang.
Not Titan still on top though.
Nah, please,
Not y'all stop
nah,
and fight
nah,
over Destiny 2 in
nah,
the chat. But
nah.
no.
Y'all can wear all that armor if you want to.
Oh,
Okay,
oh, the shade. The shade.
okay.
Okay, so what is your favorite game of all time? It can be a tabletop. It can be a card game. It could be a mobile game. Anything. Any kind of game. If you had to do
Little
top,
Nightmares 2. Easy. Little Nightmares 2. Easy. Easy.
you did mention that game a lot, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, easy. It's so good. It's so good running through that train. And also like the storytelling. There's a part that always gives that I always love. Okay, so I'll just say this because I think this gives a lot of like color. I'm somebody who roots for underdogs because I feel like in my life and in my, just in my life, I am an underdog. So I tend to go after and like think like underdog stories. Like one of my like again my favorite anime right now is Black Clover, an underdog story. And like the Little Nightmares 2, there's a part where Mono, who's the main character, takes like the big villain pops up in front and Mono takes the bag or the whatever hat you got at that particular point off of his head. And I'm like, we are leveling up right now. Like, and there's just like this vibe of just like the concept of just like growing in a moment
Mm-hmm.
that I just really love about that game. I think that's probably my favorite part about that game is that um just that moment of rising to the occasion and like like I don't know, finding your power in that. And I think that's cool. Yes, I have. I absolutely have. Um, yeah. I didn't. The ending was kind of weird for me though. But I was like, "What is this?
Okay, so let's
Like, what
see.
is this?" But yeah.
Kenny, as always, I appreciate you for being here. Says for him, all time would be Mass Effect series or Metal Gear Solid. HB said they said something. I missed it. Oh, Kingdom Hearts. Kenny
Yeah.
says Overcooked is up there, but see, jealous. Do not play Overcooked with Kenny. Kenny
Wait,
will,
why?
he'll push you into the water. He'll push you off the bridge. He'll push you like all the time. He'll kill you so many times.
But like, aren't you working together?
Yes, yes.
Wow.
I was like, he was pushing me and Bree he kept killing us. I was like, stop the
Wow.
lies. And there's not lies, because I'm sure if you dig deep, either in my channel or your channel, there's clips of it. Of you killing us. Don't.
And the food just not get made, huh?
No. He is not a chef you want in your kitchen.
Oh no.
Your channel's gone. You're retired. You retired right now because of the baby. So stop it. You ain't retired. You're still there. Hush up. Anyway,
Ooh.
we're going to ignore you. We're ignoring you.
Oh, thank you so much for the follow.
Yay.
I'm on my virtual camera, so my alerts are gonna come on my face.
I know. I saw it before. I was like, what is this? So, listen. That dude Black was good. I appreciate
Thank
you
you for the follow,
here.
that dude Black. I appreciate you.
Yes. Everybody, please support. I have the pin at the top for Jealous's stream, and also I have her tagged in the title of the stream, which makes life so much easier.
I love that feature. I was like, this is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Let's keep it there.
Definitely.
Switch, don't take
Just
that
like full
away.
warning for anyone who's following me now. Jelly beans are very chaotic. So just keep that in mind. It's a very chaotic stream.
Listen, I'm here for the chaos. Please.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
more chaos,
Thank
the
you.
better. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is something you would say to somebody who's first starting out and their streaming content creation journey?
I would say that real streaming, I won't say real streaming. I'll say streaming like genuinely is a test of who you are and what you like. I think in this space it's very easy to look in the other lanes and try to figure out what your lane looks like based off of theirs. But I think that the people who really, really like blossom in this space focus on who they are and bringing who you are to this space. How can I bring who I am to the space instead of kind of following fads or like following like things like that? Kind of being like, like what am I like? And like how can I make my branding and like everything that you experience on my channel feel like me? I think that's the case. Like my whole branding is based on sunsets because I love sunsets. So the colors you always see are colors that are like in a dusk, including my logo where it's fading into different colors. So I love that vibe. So like that's like just like everything needs to kind of ooze you. And I think that sometimes people who start out get really, really lost in like, well, who am I? And I think you kind of have to, Sammy can help you figure that out, but I think you have to focus on learning who that is if you want to really turn out in this space. I think once you find that and you hit your stride, it's all gravy from there. And you start having a really good time because you're yourself on screen.
Exactly. You're producing you.
Yes.
Instead of.
Definitely. So yeah.
It's so hard. Like if you are trying to fit in with what everybody else is doing and trying to do all that mess, you're gonna.
Definitely. And like people won't be able to recognize like who like what like no one can tell you what you bring because no one will really know what that is if you're only following like and vibes and fads. You know what I mean? Like, well, who are you? Like how would I describe, Don't Be Jealous if I don't describe her this certain way? You know what I mean? Like how would I even describe her if she's trying to fit with everybody else, she's just everybody else. You know what I mean?
No,
So yeah, so like I think that is something it's just a true test of self is what it is. And so I think if you're not prepared to do that, I think that it's easy to get frustrated in this space too. So I think that was something I had to learn for myself. It's like, what do I look like in this space? And that's when I really started blossoming, right? Like my events and things like that, because I like doing that in my real life, Let me bring that to the virtual space. So I'm so proud of my role model. Please.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Please.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful, HB. Aww. Jealous is like,
HP, please. I'm over here being goofy and wearing heads on the screen, okay? Okay. All right.
That
But
doesn't
yeah.
mean that you're not a role model to somebody.
I'm farthest from a role model.
No, you gonna take this love and appreciate it, okay?
Fine.
People gotta beat you over the head with the flowers.
Yes. I'd be like, no, you. No, you. No. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the follow.
Drake
I just love that it's on my face. I love that it's on my face.
So, even though it's as we're coming to the end, Jealous reached out to me during or in the middle or at the end of last year award show. And I think, did you send an email?
I did.
Yeah.
It was my first ever email. I was shook.
So listen, that's why I always tell people, listen, send an email. Send an email for the BIPOC Streamer Awards, and was interested in helping us in terms of our production going forward and getting us together. And Jealous had a great vibe, and I was like, sure, come on through. Because I do be ignoring some emails, and I ignore some Twitter DMs because the people, they don't have the right vibe. But
I feel that.
You know, so that's how I met Jealous, was through that, and now she is our producer for our 2023 BIPOC Streamer Awards. We've already quadrupled our nominations. We're almost at Quinn. What's 5 times? Quinn something. Quinn quadruple. What's 5?
I keep thinking of quints or quintuplets, but that's not right.
Yeah. So I know it starts with the QUI.
Yes.
But where it goes from then, quintuple.
Quinn. Well, so we could just say Quinn. Quinn. You know, like we're in the Quinn.
We're in the Quinn. All right.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. So yes, so I truly appreciate that you are willing to be a part of whatever craziness we're about to embark on in the next 3 months.
It's gonna be fun. I'm so excited. So excited. It's gonna be so much fun.
It's gonna be madness. It's gonna be madness.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be
amazing.
Yes, it'll be amazing. Okay, so thoughts on the content creation streaming space as a whole. What are your current thoughts on it? I know we talked about the gaming space, but now content creation streaming space.
I'm a little I guess I'm figuring it out. I said this to somebody who I used to talk to when I first started streaming. And I was in his chat, and I was like, I'm figuring it out. You know, I'm figuring out what it looks like for me. I know people say this a lot. People say everybody's journey is different and you have to find your own way. And it sounds like crap, right? It sounds like crap. Let's be honest. You're just ugh, right? Every time you hear it. But it's actually true. Not me being one of those people, but it's absolutely true, because it's once you figure out what you look like, people like you. People like you. So it's if people like you, then how can I bring myself to the screen? And once you figure that out, and how to keep it engaging and things like that, people will show up. You don't need to have 16 channel alerts and 100 scenes. I think I was getting help on one of my events, and someone the person who was helping me was shook that I only have 5 5C tops. And they were like, what? Like, yeah, I keep my stream. I'm growing and I'm learning how to do things. But like, it's okay for things to be simple for a while. And like, because I'm still shining through, that's what matters, right? So
Exactly.
like don't sit here and try to figure out how to like have like 16 different things and like learn, don't get me wrong, and grow. But the things you should be adding should be ways that you're enhancing yourself. And if it's not a way of enhancing yourself or your vibe on screen, then it's not something that you should add, right?
Hmm.
Because then you're just gonna have too many bells and whistles. It's just gonna be like a whole circus on your screen.
A
But
circus.
yeah,
Yeah, you know what? It'll be a circus with no real ringmaster. And then
exactly.
what are we watching?
Yes, nothing ties together, and it's just like chaos. I mean, in some cases, people's brand is chaos, but that's also part of who they are. So that's a boost of that. But for things, don't like, it's cool to have cool things, but like things should be cool to you. Like it should make sense for you.
Hmm.
And what makes sense for you may not make sense for Sally. I've been using the name Sally for like 2 days. I don't know why, but Sally, you might have a different stream setup, and it might be cool to integrate some of that. If it doesn't make sense for who you are and your brand and what you want to bring to the space, then don't do it, right? Um, so it's kind of like just kind of figuring that out and allowing yourself freedom to figure things out and to find out who you are in this space and focus on your own journey, you know? And also like help other people. I want to say that too. Help other people.
That's
Help other people. Like you learn so much when you help other people. It's wild. I love it. I help other people. I love supporting other people. I love like you like people will see me around because I love supporting other people because I think that their stuff and watching them be true to themselves is refreshing to watch as well.
yeah.
And that's kind of how I've learned to kind of be like, I need to be true to myself too, because look how good they are at doing that. Um, so that's kind of where I think that in terms of content creation, that where it's like as a whole, people need to spend more time doing that and instead of kind of treating it like um this like I can't do this because this like y'all are not in competition with each other. No, we're not in competition with each other. This is a family. This is a vibe. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Like you find your family and you find your tribe and you find your group. And that's the and then you branch out of it and you find more groups and you find more things and you find more amazing people that you didn't know existed on this planet. And that's what you do. Like instead of kind of sitting in your own little like well, like I want to be partner, so I have to do this and this and this and this and this and this, and I can't like help them because then I don't want them to get partner before me, and like it's just like stop.
Hmm.
And I think that that vibe kind of lurks behind a lot of content creators, and I think that needs to stop. It needs
Yeah,
to come to an end.
that's true. We should.
So yeah,
What?
that's how I think. I was a lot of rant. I keep getting on soapboxes. Okay, that's the last one.
I know. I love it. I love it. Listen, we set you up to be on a soapbox, so
Yes,
it's a pretty soapbox. So that's all that
it
matters.
is. It's it's very very colorful.
Hmm.
You know.
See, exactly. Everybody's like, nah, preach. You dropping gems. Talk that
Please.
talk. You know what I'm saying? Who
Please.
says that they do the same and they don't care to get something in return? Support people to support them, not because you want something in return.
I did tweet that the other day.
Because people need a reminder because people be out
Yeah.
here like, oh, you didn't support me. Oh, you're not in my
You
stream every time I stream. Like,
slipping into DMs being like, "Hey, I noticed you did this or you did that or you didn't do this or you didn't do that." Come on.
no.
Come on. Like I know that I support you and you support me, but doesn't mean that we're going to like if you support me, then you support me. You know what I mean? But like I don't want your support that's contingent on me supporting you. If I support you, it's because I support you, not
Exactly.
because I want anything from you, right?
Hmm.
Or anything that for you to do, or like I don't, I will. I am very forward with the people that I support. I support, however way I can, whether that be financially or, just like vibe. Like I hang out with them a lot because I support them. And that's kind of it. So like if you want to like get to know each other, we can get to know each other. But if you want a situation where I'm supporting you and like hey, like I decided to like follow you, like, hey, can you like follow me back? Or hey, like, because they won't say, can you follow me back? They'll just like send you invites or send you like things and like be like, okay, so why are you sending me this? Like what is this? Like, oh yeah, like this is like, my X, Y, and Z. And it's like, if I wanted your X, Y, and Z, I would ask for it.
Right.
Or I get into it like everybody else does. But like people just will do that after making a decision to support you, as if I forced you to support me. I did not. And that was why I put the PSA out of like, listen, like you can I love support. Like please support me genuinely, but I want it to be selfless. And again, I want you to feel as though, you know what, like she's going places and I enjoy her vibe and I
Mm-hmm.
enjoy being around her. I'm going to support her instead of it being like, like I'm going to support her. And then maybe if I support like 16 people and I can like message all 16 people, they'll all come into my stream and support me. And then we can watch each other. Like, no, come on. Because like, yeah, now people have found new ways of asking for that without asking for that. You
They
know what I
have.
mean? Because like the word follow for follow is a bad word. So let's find a new way of asking for the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that. It's like, no, it's still the same concept. And the obsession with growth is wild because I think that people grow naturally if they continue to focus on the things that make them great. I say this, there's something that makes everybody great.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Everybody has that. And if you focus on that, then you will be great. What makes me great may not make you great. And what makes you great won't make me great. So
Mm-hmm.
why don't you focus on that instead of sending things? You know what I mean? Because if you focus on that, people will come. People will come.
Yes. They'll show up and they'll stay
Yes.
and they'll support.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, music.
Yes, I see. Foot, I see you, and music. I see you guys go back and forth. You guys are a mess. Okay. Um, yeah, and then people don't understand that we have lives, and sometimes people think that they followed and just forgot. Exactly. Nah, it's so
But
true.
like,
Like,
yeah, yeah. Like people will know that you like them, right?
mm-hmm,
You won't have to question it. You won't have to question whether or not I support you. I'll show up.
exactly.
I'll show up. Yeah, I may not show up every day, but I'll show up. You'll
I'll
know I
show up.
support you. I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll
And
be
that's something
lurking.
that yes, and that's something that people you can always count on me. I will show up. I always do.
Yes.
If I support you, I show up.
Yeah.
And I know that and I'm intentional about that.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like I hope that people are moving intentionally like that too, you know? I need more of these gems. Ah,
See, music is a good egg.
they're nice. I'd be on my soapbox too much. I went on a soapbox about a mic for an hour the other day. An hour.
But it must have been needed though. It was needed.
Yeah, it was wild. I was going back and forth with my like main mod and one of my friends in person, and they were like, see, this is why this, and I was like, no, this should come with all of the cords. Yes, XLR cable. It was an hour. I like
I mean,
ranted
it should come with the
for an
cables. If
hour.
it, if
Okay,
and like how did it? Especially if it's like a very specific cable. It's not a USB like mini or C. It like even then it still should come with one. Should come with one regardless. But if
why am I
it's
getting
like
a yeah, like why am I getting like a mic with nothing on it and nothing to connect it with? I don't understand. I don't understand.
so in the chat we
Like
have Black Lavender who asked me this question yesterday. If you were food, what would you be and why?
easy pizza. I love pizza.
Pizza is amazing. What kind of
Yeah,
pizza?
I'm not picky. I like Neapolitan pizza. I like deep dish pizza. Deep dish is a pizza. Thank you very much. And I enjoy, any kind of like type of pizza. I enjoy in terms of toppings. If it all comes together and it tastes good, I enjoy it.
Hmm.
So yeah, like, I like it. Like I'm somebody I'm just realizing how much presentation means to me. Like if it like if everything kind of vibes together smoothly when you take that first bite, it doesn't really matter what's on it for me. It's you start figuring out what's on it when things don't taste right. Personally, I think that's when things it pops out to you like, oh, what is in this? You know what I mean? Versus it being like, oh yeah, I don't like that. Versus it being like a situation of like, this pizza was craftily put together, and whoever put it together in terms of flavor profiles, they knew what they were doing, and things like that. I'm kind of bougie, so I kind of eat pizza that's bougie, if I'm being honest. If I'm eating like a takeout or like, I'm sorry, delivery, it's usually just a cheese or pepperoni. I don't usually go super complex with places that are not super complex. So that's usually it. But I am bougie. And that's part of my brand too. I'm bougie.
Nothing wrong with that. So. I support it because I'm bougie too.
Let's go, bougie gang.
And when pizza's done right, like you're right, like you said, like if it comes together, it doesn't matter. Like I do not like olives by themselves. I do not like olives still, but olives on pizza, when coming together,
yes,
I can eat it without a problem.
Right.
There's a lot of things that you can put on the pizza that, when done right, I'll eat it with no problem.
Yes. And they can't overdo it, right? They can't have like a ton of olives, right? Like, and like it messes up the flavor profile of what else is on the pizza. Mm-hmm. You have to do it. It has to be done very, nicely and intentionally. Intentional. That's that word again. You gotta be very intentional with your toppings. Okay.
Okay, Black Lavender.
So you say you're a pizza nut, the OSB.
I gotta check in with them. But okay, so that is the end. Thank you, Black Lavender, for asking our final question. Do you have any additional thoughts or comments that you would like to add?
I guess I would say thank you for having me on your show. I'm really excited about the BIPOC Streamer Awards. I tried out a lot of stuff on my Oscar stream that in terms of ideas. So I'm really excited and kind of putting that together and crafting that. So that's going to be a really showstopper this year. And I'm excited for it. And it's going to be stunning and beautiful and amazing. And I appreciate you for bringing me on your show, but also just kind of giving me a shot, because I know that I'm just a random person that appeared in your emails. So... So I'm aware that that's a lot of trust, and I appreciate it, because like I think that everybody is just one degree from a shot, right? So like I hope that everybody in chat takes their shots and rises to the occasion. Like things are gonna feel hard and might feel a little impossible, but like rise up. Like I love that song.
From Hamilton.
Yeah, but I was singing a song that I did not intend to sing because I was thinking of a different song. But you know what I mean? Like, so like, but like do that, like, right? Like step up to the plate, try something you never tried before, get the pizza with the olives, and that's really it.
Yes. No. Yeah. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that like the award show brought you into my sphere of crazy. And we're on for a great ride going forward. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you so much.
I'm excited.
Yes.
Of course.
Thank you so much for doing the show. Yay.
Hey.
So make sure you guys are following Jealous. Again, at the top of the stream is the link over to her Twitch. Not the Oprah Club.
Come on in. It's chaotic. All right. Yeah.
So, as always, the guest guides the raid. Who are we raiding out to?
Let me see. Let me see.
Join the jelly beans.
Yeah. Let me see what's happening.
You guys are over here in the classroom, and now you can go over and be part
So I would say I would like to raid like one of my favorite people on the planet. She's hilarious. She's funny and amazing. She be Samantha G. Join the jelly beans. Yeah, we are wild. I'll put the name in chat. GB Samantha. She does all of my events. She's done like two of my murder mysteries. And like really anything that I ask her to do, she does.
Oh, okay.
And
So
I really appreciate that.
she's your youngles because
Yeah.
I make Jen do anything.
She always signs up. I'll be like, "Oh, you don't have to," and she'll be like, "No, I'm down." And she'll like get the last character for a murder mystery. She had the last. Nobody had picked this character. She was like, "Oh, it'll be perfect," and like killed it. You know, like she had like a parrot and everything. Like I love
I'm here
Sam.
for that.
So
Okay.
so funny. Can't wait for the next one. Kat, I'm gonna hit you up.
Listen.
Okay.
Oh, listen, I'm here for it. All right, so everybody, thank you again for being here. Let me hit that raid starting. So go over, show some love to Samantha G. And I thank you, everybody. So we are, as always, guys, make sure you nominate. Nominations run to the 31st, so you only have like a week left. We've already almost quintupled the nominations of last year. And yeah, so everybody, thank you for the follow. Enjoy your night, and let's go.
Yay! Bye.
Bye. Raid out. Raid out. Let's see, make sure we actually win.